Header Footer Gallery is part of the New Media Caucus and is dedicated to promoting the creative output of our members by situating their work in thoughtfully curated exhibitions that take place across our entire web presence. New Media Caucus is an international nonprofit association formed to promote the development and understanding of new media art. We represent and serve artists, designers, practitioners, historians, theorists, educators, students, and scholars. Recognizing new media art to be inherently interdisciplinary, multimodal, and evolving, we support and advance a wide range of inquiry to catalyze further evolution of the field. The New Media Caucus is committed to extending and sustaining the diversity of our community, board, and membership, to promote an environment of equality, inclusion, and respect for difference. We prioritize inclusion as an ongoing collaborative process of growth that we continually address both within the caucus and in our field.
Hello, everyone, to the 23rd episode of the Header Footer Presents. I'm your host, Rene, and today I will be talking to you about NFTs. We will look back at the craze and where they are now, especially after Christie's latest Art Tech Summit was really, let's just say, interesting in how it phrased things and attempted to shift the conversation from owning NFTs into using them as proof of ownership and implications of that. With that being said, let's dive in. Okay, so NFTs have been going on for a few years. 2018, more or less, when they started. They really kicked up during the pandemic, but things have not stayed the way they were. So I'm gonna share with you my browser, and then we can go and start. So let's start with the first article. So first of all, Christie's is betting on NFTs. Well, they say they're betting on NFTs, and they're prepping their sale with pioneering artist Robert Ellis. Well, for those of us in the art world, this is a flashback to something we've actually spoken about in the podcast before, which is zombie formalism, like the first work using a fire extinguisher, or the first painting done with glitter, or whatever. And in this case, it's using generative language things. So this is before the actual symposium or summit, but they were talking about this. First of all, NFTs have absolutely tanked. Like, most of them are worth peanuts. And the ones that are worth something are not really worth anything, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Anyhow, so Christie is now revisiting the category of NFTs with a full circle moment. Holding a sale record of around 400 works with NFTs. They're even more expensive than the thing that people did, okay? So what they're saying is that it's visually stunning and somewhat evocative of art star Mark Bradford. Let's go and look at Mark Bradford. So, paintings, okay? So the second when you start with this looks like something, your work really is starting to lose its strength. And yeah, so this is way more alive than, where is it? This. Absolutely much more alive. Look at this. So what it says is, and I found this really interesting, is like, the 400 auction minted live on the blockchain uses an algorithm called NLP, or natural language processing. There's one of the backbones of machine learning models, and it's adjacent to AI. Now we're separating NLP from AI because reasons. ChatGPT uses NLP, and other softwares use it, like other AIs use it. It's just part of it. It's like how it interprets what you're telling it. Anyhow, so it's a semantic algorithm that's good for categorizing text. It allows machines to understand not just the meaning of words, but their semantics. Not exactly. The algorithm was trained on a wide range of subjects and text. From where? Oh, Walter Benjamin to set Siegelbaum's artist reserved rights for transfer and sale agreement. I'm pretty sure this is still in copyright, and that would be copyright violations. Let's see. So this is 1971. Yeah, this is still protected under copyright. So they're admitting copyright. You know, stealing content from people. which is the thing. These databases are built using everybody else's content. Google's AI is trained on literally YouTube videos. And the other day I was talking to someone at ZKM who was telling me that their work, which also uses AI, which uses one of those pre-built AIs, when it doesn't understand something, it defaults to say, click like and subscribe. So that's like its safe home. Like one of the things that AI does is when it feels uncomfortable, it goes back to we should not be using this language. When the AI cannot determine a response, it defaults back to some default things. And one of those is the most common phrases it sees. And like I said, with Poppy, which is the hi, I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy, which is a repetition of the same thing. Even more repetitious than that, because that's each person has a different name, sort of. In YouTube videos, the most common thing is hit like and subscribe because it's the way that you drive your revenue. So this thing is it's just stealing content. It's evident. And in this case, well, they admit to it. So to find the semantic keywords or soul of the texts, and you don't need a machine, you need reading comprehension for that. Let's just keep it at that. Anyhow, the creation parallels the dynamics of the NFT space, which draws from lots of different histories. No, it does not. Okay, whatever. Taking libertarianism, the history of money and how that has been engineered over time, the history of crypto anarchy. Let's just remember, one time we've had a full test run of of libertarianism and anarcho-capitalism. We had a town of a run with bears and trash because nobody paid for trash collection. Bears came in, they started attacking people, and nobody could say anything because there's no taxes, so no one took care of the trash. No one had fire services. Blah blah blah. Anyhow, so this is them putting their spin on this very lifeless, very derivative work, which is very, very sad. Anyhow, let's move on. I'm going to keep it open just in case to the actual thing. So this is the Christie Tech and Summit 2024, which features Canadol, aka the Screensaver Man, Beeple, which is nothing. Like, have you heard from Beeple besides, oh, he sold this thing? I don't think so. And Sasha Styles, which really I'm not familiar with. I'm not going to comment on that. But the two-day event will explore how contemporary technology trends intersect with the art and luxury sectors. Announced discussion topics include AI in real life, art and its market, thoughtful luxury, and new paradigms in technology. The full conference program runs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day and can be found here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm trying to hide something that's going to pop up, and it's going to be interesting. So this year, Christie's Project hosts one of the opinions behind technologies that have defined our generation. It defined nothing. But the most prolific trends from the art we're making this truly milestone event where art meets science. This is the most boilerplate thing you could ever imagine. And there's some reason for that. Foreshadowing. Anyhow, this year's event will be held in partnership with MoonPay. MoonPay. By the way, that's a pun because they're going to the moon. We're thoroughly once again part of Christie, sort of blah, 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 blah. So this is just boilerplate, but there's a reason that this article was written by an NFT Now staff member, Cher, in collaboration with OpenAI's GPT 4.0. So this was not written by a person. NFT Now staff could be the janitor for all I know. It's the most dishonest, most broken, ethically, morally broken thing you can see. Anyhow, so the point is they can't even be bothered to pay someone to do it, but it also shows how NFTs are not the thing. It's AI now. We'll get to that as well. So this is afterwards, right? And this is actually, but okay. Let's look at this. Low NFT sales cost transition in the art world. Transition meaning we're dumping this. The State of the Union, as they call it now. So I kind of like how they explain this because White Matters, amid a market around the movers and shakers that aren't real about their relationship status with non-fungible tokens and its transition. Very questionable language, but whatever. Context-based gallery increases were early in embracing technology, and I've seen sale and NFT profile pics in generative work, drawing millions around 2021. Build profiles around them like Piece, Verso, and Christie's 3.0. ArtNet News former editor-in-chief Andrew Goldstein observed that in recent conversations, both houses appear to be pivoting away from thinking about NFTs as their own category in the art world. They were never their own category in the art world. This was just trying to get the people that don't understand technology to go and buy something, because they were selling them for a ridiculous amount of money. Sorry. So between the lines, his CEO, Mark Glimcher, said its foray into NFTs was artist-driven, and that while they might even produce one in the art world's back office process, they're unlikely to get picked up. We know that there is a provenance verification opportunity here. No, it's not. I'll show you in a second. We all know it. No, we don't. And we all know that the art world is resisting it because it suggests transparency, which we say we want, we don't really want. No, that is true, but it's not why NFTs are being resisted. Absolutely not. It's actually one of the best ways to hide things. Unleash the power and people don't. Bro, you're Mark Glimcher. You're the CEO of Pace Gallery. You're not. You are the. This is something that we see constantly, like people in power pretending that they're not the people in power. Bro, you are the people in power. I don't know who you think is the people in power if you don't think you are the people in power. Like, this is getting into weird areas. I'm not going to comment on that. It's absurd. Glimcher added that a 30,000 car has a title and registration, but that 170 million Modigliani does not. Yes, it does have a birth certificate of authenticity. Yes, it has a provenance document. You know this. You're being facetious, but he's obviously referring to this thing. But how do you think it got to 170? That's because we know who bought it and we know how much it sell for, and so on and so forth. Jesus. This is so misleading. Anyhow, NFTs represent an interesting application of technology, but echoing that buyers didn't seem to care at all much whether their high price transaction was recorded on a blockchain or a regular receipt. No, because to the final person, to the owner, it doesn't really matter. Like, in fact, it's better not to have it as an NFT. We'll explain that in a second. I'm just setting up the scene here. The auction house tried to offer NFTs as receipts, but they didn't catch on. I wonder why. In case you don't know, this is what is a problem with NFTs. At its most base level, you have to have your password. If you forget your password, because this is decentralized, there's no way of getting it back. You lose your password, you lose access to everything. Like forever. Like nobody can get it. Number two, you have to have then a wallet. But a wallet, unless you're coding your own wallet, because it's not like a wallet, it's code. Sometimes like a little hardware thing. Unless you're coding the wallet, you're not really sure that there's no way to steal something from that wallet through a backdoor, through malicious code, through just incompetence even. And it's happened, and we can find examples of how that works. Let me show you real quick. So let's go to all, and then we go to crypto wallet scam. So phishing scams is one of the easiest ways, but there's also hacks. Top 5 crypto scams to watch out. Crypto scams. And then let's look hacked. What do you do if your funds was stolen? Well, you're done. How scammers can drain your crypto wallet. There's so many ways to lose your wallet. But then there's also this key. And if you don't have the key, or somebody else has the key, you're done for. Because then they're the ones with the access, not you, because there's no centralized authority to say, okay, well, this was stolen, you don't own the thing. Anyhow, so Um, it was really weird, but there was a lot about talk about QR codes for Ethereum addresses, which is like, okay. Mock scratch off tickets, that's crazy. QR code with a closed mint. And NFT Folk in the no, you don't say. Okay. But let's go into the whole thing of minting and how it fits. Weird flash. Someone. Okay. Yeah. So there's a problem with ownership, first of all. So a lot of people think that because there's no central authority, no one can like take your things. But that is absolutely not true. First of all, the thing you bought does not tend to give you ownership of the underlying image in a way that would normally transfer physical or digital art. Typically contain links to assets hosted elsewhere. If that hosted asset is gone, you're done. Because you don't own, and because it's non-fungible, once that one is gone, that's it. Not only that, I can replace the image in the hosted service, and then you own that new image or asset, whatever you want to call it. So they paid to have their wallet address etched into a database alongside a pointer to something. You don't really own it. Yeah, exactly. They don't even have mechanisms for distinguishing between possessing a token and owning it. And that's the thing. Possession means ownership in NFT ledgers. Also, ledgers are not databases because databases are dynamic, and the ledger is just a list that goes one, right? You can't go. The whole point is that you can't go back and make a correction. So once someone has it, it's theirs, and you're done. Unless you can find a way for them to give it back to you, which you see a lot on. Well, I don't because I don't have X anymore because no. You see a lot of people like begging whoever stole their NFTs to give them back. So yeah, see, the owner is whoever has the token in their wallet. So there's a lot of like, it's not your token, it's not your ape, and things like that, which they keep getting stolen. And yeah, OpenSea sometimes reasons the sales of stolen assets, but you can move them into another platform. But isn't that the centralization that y'all didn't want? If OpenSea can decide, oh, you don't own this, then it's centralized. And if it's centralized, it's not decentralized, and it's not what the whole point of your thing. But also, they're only unique in the context of the blockchain that it was created on. Yeah, of course. So I can mint the same thing once in Ethereum, once in this one, Rarible, and so on and so forth. So there could be like duplicates of them. Okay. So if you have like something on Flow or Tezos, you can't use it, for example, on the Twitter X thing. You have to move it over to there. Anyhow, but not only that, even at the point of creation, people have been stealing everybody else's works. Like there was a period where people would just scrub DeviantArt and mint NFTs of them, saying that they owned it, but they never ever actually owned it. Like it's like I go into your webpage, I download one of your images, and then I say that I own it without any real legal backing, which is one of the points of centralization, so you can at least try and have that. In NFTs, you don't. So that's part of the reason that NFTs have keep going down and down because people are realizing that. Okay, so look, over 80% of the NFTs listed on the marketplace were plagiarized art, fake collections, or spam. They tried to put a cap on how many listings users could create, but that's centralization, and they don't like that. So it got pushback. DeviantArt, yeah, protect its artists, but you have to pay for it. Then they said no, then they said yes. It's been very confusing. Okay. You can also try to verify things, but verification is up into OpenSea against centralization. And why is this more authoritative? It's like with Twitter. Remember the verification process, and then now it's for sale, and now you can't trust any blue check. Well, yeah, exactly. And that's the perfect example. NFTs and verification for sale. If anyone can buy it, it means nothing. That was the whole point of verification, was that it was unique. But if there's no one to verify that it's unique, I can say I'm Donald Trump. Not that I would want to, but you know what I mean. And there's also this idea that they keep saying that the metaverse has been in use long before then. This is like Elon Musk and the Hyperloop, where he said that he invented the Hyperloop. The Hyperloop is an invention from like the 1918s. It was just called a vacuum train, which is a less catchy name. But in this case, they say metaverses, but metaverses have been around for a long time. Like people called Second Life and World of Warcraft metaverses. Technically, they are. The definition is so vague and open that anything can be a metaverse. In this case, they say that oh, you own this. I don't know, this wallet. This very unique wallet, and you own it and you put it in this game, and then your character in game will be able to use it. And then if you go to the other thing, let's say Grand Theft Auto, and your character will have your wallet. And then you go to another one, and again, it's the same. It's not. And it's very easy to tell you why, because that would require every single developer to dedicate time to develop an asset for that NFT. Can you imagine, like, trying to bring every single thing into every single game, every single experience, every single world, blah blah blah? There's a reason they want to have the one metaverse, because it's the only way to solve this. Like, unless you have one metaverse that does everything, their claims do not hold. Okay, so that is a big problem. Then there's also the whole thing that minting NFTs are really expensive, because you have to make a token, then you have to put it on, and then you have to pay. It's ridiculous. Anyhow, and there's also like one of the biggest thing with this has been wash trading. Then we have things like rug pulls, and then there's royalties, which OpenSea pulled their enforcement of artist fees. So even that part of the NFTs is gone, when they were saying like, oh, this will allow artists to finally get paid for their work, and they will be owners of their work forever, and they will always see remuneration. The first thing the crypto bros did is try to get rid of those fees. You can go into their discords, because every single financial thing they do has to have a community, because this is not actual financial stuff. It's scam, MLMs. So when you're talking about community over, I don't know, return of investment and all those things, you know that something's up. In any case, for NFTs, you can see them always complaining, why do I have to pay the artist this 10% or 5% or whatever? And it's become so facetious and ridiculous. Like, that's how they sell it to artists, but in the background, they're like complaining about it. So, yeah. And then there's the wash trading here mentioned. Standardizing royalty payments, which now have been gone. So, yeah, and then there's the whole point that even if you wanted to do like NFTs for physical objects, how, let's say this is my mouse. Do I put a sticker? Do I etch a QR code or something? Not expecting anything. I don't know what the door's ringing. There's nothing here. Why? What? How are they gonna do this? It makes no sense. So that's the same thing as a seal of authenticity. Like, someone has to stick it, and for that you need a centralized verification system. Otherwise, anyone can do it. Like, I can go and etch something into my mouse and say, "Oh, this is a 1/1 special edition Mac mouse. Only one was ever made." Well, who's verifying that, right? So NFTs are like that. Unless you have centralization, you cannot verify authenticity. And then there's this whole thing that you don't own the things. Again, the same thing. And the other thing I was going for is that it's very complicated because you have the wallet, you have the thing, and everybody, and you have to keep them. There's actual people saying like, "Oh, I etched my number into my birth bath and put it on the bottom, so I wouldn't forget it." There's people who lost their keys, and millions of Bitcoin are just lost there. So yeah, so let's move on from that a little bit. Let's talk about this. This collapse. This was in June 29th, so it's pretty recent. So this CEO from one of the super rare things was talking about saying like, "Oh, it was a bubble, but now it's stabilizing." No, it's not. Also, Terra Luna, Jesus Christ, that totally exploded because it was a scam. It was a literal scam. Same with Oxygen. Same with what was it? XT, the one with Sam Altman, whatever. And we're going to look at the prices in a second. But what he says is super interesting to see the sentiment on CT right now. Lots of negativity around NFTs. People forget that we literally started 6 years ago, and 2 weeks ago, base at over 44 million in NFT mints. NFTs clearly are there. Yeah, when your industry goes from like 90 like billions into millions, that's not. Also, yeah, okay, sure, you went here, but who is buying this, or is this just wash trading? That I would like to see those actual numbers. But the problem is that it's difficult to imagine the current bull market can really recover. The article rightly pointed out that there are not assets in themselves; they're only ways to record the blockchain. So finally, we're starting to realize it. The main use should be certified authenticity. We've already seen how that doesn't work. And interoperability, also not a thing. Secure transfer, also not a thing. Okay, so in real world assets, I already told you why that doesn't work. And speculation, it's just speculation. That's what it's been. It's people hoping that things are going to be worth more and more and more. Okay. We're seeing this, for example, with companies like Tesla, where it's widely overvalued, but because they keep making these promises like full self-drive. He's been promising full self-drive since like for 13 years now. And every time the thing happens, well, it's supposed to happen, doesn't happen because it can't happen because of technology realities. Anyhow, then we have the key feature of NFT has completely broken. Web3 was supposed to make the of way more paid, not more. This is what I was telling you. OpenSea will stop enforcing royalty fees. So yay. One of the biggest things they were promising, gone. Then, and 95% of NFTs are ones, and the ones that aren't have plummeted in value. Even like the big ones, like the apes, are really worth nothing. And a lot of them are just being kept propped up because there was nothing really there. Let's look at this. So these are the trending. The floor price is 0.01 Ethereum, and the volume is 5 Ethereum. First of all, Jesus Christ, they're not even trying anymore. It's the same face. They just changed like the body and the cat. Wow. This is even like, and some have glasses. I'm gonna say those are the expensive ones. Wow, this is even less effort than normal for NFTs. At least the apes changed their facial expressions a little bit. Oh, we have a different color. So 0.015 Ethereum. Let's look at price low to high. No, let's go high to low. So 420 Ethereum for some reason. Number of sales one. So it's a 0.0065 Ethereum. And you're trying to sell this for $1 million? This. $1 million. I mean, if you didn't know, need to see like more. Okay, look at the offers. $37. $37. 36. I think it's even at $30. It's overpriced. One offer 15 below. So here you can see the actual real price. Wow. So the first is the mint. Then it was sold to Suhu Faded. Then it was sold to this guy. And this is probably wash trading. Because, I don't know, here 76, 41, 80. Oh, what an original. Meme. And then VGO, who, suspicious. Yeah, so that's the top. I want you to understand that this is the trending. Let's go to the top. Bored Apes. So let's go from low to high first. So this is the cheapest one, I guess. So it got sold on July 21st. I'm guessing it was worth nothing. 1.7 Ethereum. So it was 0.03. There was, and then there was this big sale here. And then boom, it's going down. So let's again look at the charts. Oh my God, sorry. So it was minted, it was sold, it was transferred from Google to Chairman Ape, then Chairman Ape to Mr. Popo, then Mr. Popo to Snob to Höldrich, and these are 1.9 Ethereum, okay? Höldrich to Suspicious Wallet, Suspicious Wallet 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 to this person. Collected so many and sold 0, okay? Just keep that in mind. To collected, sold. This is wash trading. Maybe this guy fell for it. I guess. I don't know. Also, I love how their metrics are 13.9 thousand sold. What? Ethereum? Dollars? What is it? Yeah. So trading, transfer, sale, transfers. It's a lot of transfers. Just transfers. Look at that. Then there's one sale for 14 Ethereum and then a sale for a loss. Yeah. So wash trading and just trying to make it seem like the thing is moving. Let's go to the expensive one. High to low. Oh my God, this is horrible. So, well, why is this 1,420 Ethereum jet has been sold for 1.5? Interesting. So again, it was minted. It was sold once for 290 Ethereum. It was sold to someone else for WETH, just a different one. And then it's been just transfers. So the last time it actually moved was 3 years ago. And since then, nothing has happened. Yes, it has value, but the point is it's been on sale. I can buy it now for $4 million. I don't know why I wouldn't do that. But look at the offers. Like people are offering $29,000, $29,000, $29,000, $29,000, $29,000. This is suspicious. And it's the same person over and over. Look at that. So this, what it's doing is trying to keep the market active. It's trying to make it seem like there's trading happening. Look, in 4 minutes, in 3 minutes, well, it's the other way around. In 4 hours, in 4 minutes, in 3 minutes, in 4 minutes, in 4 minutes. So it just keeps making offers just to keep the thing moving and making it seem like there's demand for them. But there's clearly no demand. It was sold once for a loss. The only person that actually made money here is the person that minted it and sold it the first time. And again, I can just click here, copy image, I have it. I don't know why I would want to, but there we go. So that's the thing. Let's look at this, just in case you're looking. So Web3 is just going just great, right? Like Monoswap hacked for at least 1.3 million. DVX exchange website compromised amid sale announcement. Asset trust fund rug pulls for 2.2 million. This website is so entertaining. RH Markets Lending Protocol lost a 7.6 to apparent white hat. Was there exchange hacked for 235 million? Trip.com accused of rug pull. Users of Li-Fi protocol suffered losses of at least 10 million. 3 arrests made in relation to MetaMax pyramid scheme. Minterest hacked for 1.4. Dog Finance hacked for 1.9. Popular DeFi protocols website replaced with wallet drainers. And see, this is what I was telling. Like, unless you code your own wallet, like this is going to happen to you. Doja Cat's Twitter account hacked to promote meme token. Byte sensor globes drained. Silvergate. So it's just complete, and this is how much money has just gone. Logan Paul files a defamation lawsuit over CoffeeZilla's project, which is funny because CoffeeZilla, like the evidence that J. Paul uses to accuse CoffeeZilla is the evidence that CoffeeZilla uses to make the accusations. So by doing that, he's proving that he's not just slandering him, but whatever. Let's go into art theft, bad idea, bug, bummer, collapse, contagion. No. Tech, DAO, DeFi, NFTs. So the Logan Paul thing, Bored Ape themed fast food restaurant shut down. Wonder why. Lunchables, crypto games exploited for 62.5 million. Previously rug pulled Lucky Star's current project somehow rug pulls again. Wilder World Game suffers 1.8 million, blames contractor. Remilia Collective reports multi-million-dollar hack. NFT prompts discloses art hack. So we've moved away from art and we've moved into games. And that's a very funny thing. Well, it's not funny, but because they're trying to reinvent the loot box, but worse. Which, I mean, people don't really like loot boxes. Games actually moved on to season passes, which are just as bad. Creator of Roboto's NFT project once collaborating on a TV series with Time Studios, accused of rug pull. Yuga Labs bungles free other side NFT drop. Dwight Howard's NFT project flops. Luis Rubiales' NFT launch condemns radicalism and feminism extremism and describes Elijah Salt as a small mistake. Okay. GameStop is shutting down its marketplace. Yeah, that was a thing. I mean, so Long Hexagon Twitter removes NFT picture profile support. On that Ape Society creator charged over rug pull. Top tier NFT stolen in NFT trader hack. Donald Trump, Ethereum project scrambled to address widespread smart contract vulnerability. So NFTs in the art world kind of just fizzle. If you actually go, let's see, NFT British Museum. Yeah, they didn't mean themselves. We know that, but let's yeah. Bye. Where's the thing? No. There we go. Okay. Oh gosh, darn it. La colección. T9. So they're still doing this thing where they're selling. Discover 100, more than 100 artworks, so there's not that many. Let's click something. Collect now. Okay. Weird choice. Babel. Oh, that's horrible. No. I don't want exhibitions. I thought I was gonna. Okay, fine. So 7,000 euros. Addition of ones. They're not using. Yeah, they're using some kind of coin. So where can I see the thing? Okay, here we go. So a lot of wash training. Same wallet. Safe transfer. Oh no, it's not the same. No, yeah, it is the same wallet. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. Then this one, you can see I love how they highlight things. La colección. So this is when they actually sold it, like made it. Yeah, create artwork. Then set approval for all, set transfer, set approval, transfer from, set approval. So yeah, so this is probably the only purchase. No, Zero Ethereum. So it's worth nothing. It's worth nothing at all. My point is, NFTs have not been the thing that everybody thought they were going to be. They were going to solve the art world and the corruption. But actually, what we've seen is rug pulls, scams, theft. So I'll leave that for you all to think about. I just wanted to go back to NFTs because I knew that people back when I did the original, well, we did, yeah. When we did the original article, podcast, things looked a lot more like optimistic, I guess, for some people. I was squarely on the this is a scam, it's not going to work. But obviously, some people truly believed in it and insisted that we were headed into this fantastic world for digital artists. Of all the people that I know that work with NFTs, they keep it really quiet. They don't really talk about it anymore, which is fine. I mean, it didn't work for you, and you can move on. Good. But a lot of people, not on the maker side, lost a lot of money because of this thing, because they thought like, oh, I'm going to invest in this monkey thing and it's going to be worth millions. And then, sure, it's worth millions on paper, but it's worth nothing. They're printing money, basically. What they do is, and this was really interesting because they print 1 billion tokens, right? And then they just had to sell one token for $1. And immediately they have $1 billion in assets. I mean, technically, yes, because they can say, "Oh, look, there's interest. One was sold for $1, so this means that we have 1 billion." And then what they do is they take a loan against that, and then they actually so they're making money out of thin air in a way, but it's obviously it's crime. So a lot of them are getting caught, and I don't know how the British Museum decided this was a good idea. It kind of made everyone be like, "Ugh. What's going on here?" And the NFT bros don't care about the art themselves. So unless they're seeing like these big numbers and they're shifting and all that, because honestly, if you want a picture of the wave, just buy it. Like you can buy a print and you actually own it. Is it the original? No. Is the NFT original? No, it's not. It's even less of an original than the print. So the British Museum, what it did is it proved the worthlessness of their own NFTs by selling the pictures in the look. Let me show you. I can own it for £15. Any of them. Some of them for £5. £15, £15, £15, £15, £15. Let's say I want this one. I think this one actually inspired Van Gogh. And it can be framed. It's a 40 by 29. Let's see how much an 8 by 58 is. That would be, where's my price? £160. For £160, I can own a framed copy of the print. Or I can pay 7,000 euros and have to waste my own electricity to show it on a screen. Or I can just have it printed. And oh yeah, when they start posting that, it's gone. Or I could just buy the print for 150. Or if I want to go for something smaller, 80 euros. Let's go for a small one. Why not? 60. Let's say we don't want it framed because I have my own frame. 50. Let's go for the extra large. 60 euros, pounds, sorry, without the frame. And I can have it framed with a nicer frame, probably for less than the 160, plus the shipping and everything. So for 60 euros, I can own it. I can have it. I can look at it any day I want. I can touch it. Or I can pay 7,000 euros for a receipt. With that, I don't think I have anything else to say for today. I want to thank you all for coming to watching our podcasts and our little talks that we have here. This time, Constanza was not available. She's out on vacation, which is well earned for her. So I'm holding the fort. And oh, we do have an announcement. We are actually moving to the main New Media Caucus channel. I'm gonna try and keep like a couple, like the next 2 or 3 in the original channel for now, and then we'll do the full transition, just so people that skip this one will know. But yeah, so we're moving to the main New Media Caucus channel. You'll probably see it there. I'll put a link in the description as well. And all I want to say is thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.